Hey, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing good. Here's a little blowing away. I had a dog out a few minutes ago. It's not real windy, but there's a slight little breeze. Uh, Hope everybody's having a great day. Today is November 9th, 2022. I've been home from work for a while. I haven't kind of looked in the news and see what some of the other races that were still undecided. I know they haven't actually confirmed control of the House necessarily, but I think uh, looking at how things are going right now, I'm guessing the Republicans are going to take over control of the House of Representatives. They had quite a big lead. I think last time I seen it was like 203 to 184 or something like that as far as seats. So I think they need 218. One or the other, whoever gets 218 or more, has control of the House. Senate, I believe, is still kind of up in the air. There are some very close contests in what they call battleground states. I don't know why they call it that. I mean, isn't every state a battleground if it comes down to that state? Yeah, I don't know. I guess for news purposes, it makes it sound more on the edge. Whatever. But they're real close, so they're probably what they call within the margin of error, which means that unless something drastic changes, it'll probably be a little while even after all the votes are counted. They'll probably do like a recount or confirmation, whatever. In particular in Arizona, yeah, I mean, it's a shame, and I'm not saying there's anything weird going on. You can just have faulty equipment, but I mean, I think everybody, regardless of what your party affiliation is or whatever, I think everybody as citizens, we should look at that and say, now, come on now, it just really just something you can't help but think, could there be something a little hinky with it, a little off? I mean, we should think that way. We should question everything again, regardless of which party. I'm an independent, so I don't care. The way I look at it is whoever's in office, as long as they do a decent job, then I don't really care whether they're Democrat or Republican. But I mean, if they're doing right by this country, then that's good. If they're not, then I'll call out again, either one. I mean, there have been people I voted for in the past. I voted for Democrats. I voted for Republicans because I thought when I saw them on the campaign trail that they were going to do what they said they were going to do, and it was going to benefit the most amount of people in this country. And then they didn't. So I didn't hesitate to raise the red flag and say, hey, they're not doing what they said they were going to do. So, I got no place for that. If you're going to say you're going to do it, now granted, no one person can do everything. That's the concept of our government, is no one person has all the power. But there's a difference between not being able to get stuff done because you have to combat other people that don't want it, and just not trying to do what you said you're going to do in the first place. And I've seen, again, not saying one way or the other, but I've seen presidents and governors and so forth. In the time I've been old enough to pay attention to that stuff, which is probably around 13, 14 years old when I watched the news and I started to grasp the concept of government and stuff like that. I wasn't really interested in it, but I can understand it because they were also teaching it in school by that time, little bits here and there. But yeah, And I could take notice when somebody said they were going to do something, and then when they got in office, and again, from any level of government, when they get in office, and then they kind of do their own thing. But time will tell, right? So I don't know. The Senate, as far as I know, is still up in the air. So I would imagine we won't know for sure about that until. I mean, there's a chance we might know here, maybe tonight, tomorrow, something. But I'm guessing that, especially in Arizona, because they had trouble with some of the equipment and stuff, I mean, that raises, I think, enough of a flag where they have to go back and maybe even manually recount votes. Just to be sure that nobody can question it after the fact. So it might not be till next week. I actually read somewhere where, depending on states where they have to recount and stuff like that, is they might not actually know the extent of who has the majority in the Senate until like the first week of December. So we might have a while. Well, that's all right. I went out. I voted. We should all do that if you've got the opportunity. Whether it's absentee ballot or early voting or in person. Still. All right, enough about that. Enough politics, government stuff like that. I never really liked that in school. Anyhow, that was the one class I actually did the worst in school. We had I think it was just called American Government. Maybe it was called U.S. Government. I don't remember. In high school. And I think it was one of those ones that it was I mean, it wasn't an elective. It was one that you had to take. You had to have that specific credit along with, so many foreign languages, so many math, so many, so forth and so on. But that, as far as like social studies, that was the one you absolutely had to have that class to graduate from the high school I went to. And that was the only class when I was in my junior year. Been so long ago, I don't remember exactly how many credits we needed. I think at the time you needed a total of 20 credits to graduate. And I believe, or maybe it was 25. I don't know. Whatever it was, by the end of my junior year, I was only one credit shy of what I needed to graduate. And the only class I needed a credit for was that American Government or U.S. Government, whatever the hell they called it. So technically, I could have taken that summer school and then just not gone my senior year of high school. But one, this is my senior year of high school. I wanted to go. I wanted to, kind of relax a little bit. Be able to take it easy. I mean, I still did good. I still, I think my senior year, I still had like 3.4 GPA, something like that. So I still applied myself in my classes, but especially the government one, because that's the only one I needed to graduate. And I'll openly admit, I think I might have like a D plus or like a C minus in that class when I got done with it, because I didn't enjoy it. I thought the class itself was boring, and and I think the teacher, I don't remember what his name was. Again, a long time ago. Okay, I graduated in 1990, so 32 years ago. But yeah, he was kind of boring too. So, anyway, enough about that. What I have here is the Marvel, how do they call it? Marvel something mystery box from Chalice Collectibles. I know my phone was almost dead, so it's downstairs on the charger. But I don't. They might have an invoice in here, so I might be able to tell you how much they were, but I bought 3 of them. That's probably what the limit was, 3 per order. So I am limiting myself. Well, in most cases, I'm limiting myself to one order of whatever the limit is. Now there have been exceptions, like when Undiscovered Realm does some of their boxes. You know, I buy like 10, and then if I go back on, a week later and they still have them available, well, if you're a subscriber, you've seen the videos. There's a few that I've done multiple. All right, so these obviously are going to be all Marvel. They did have where you could get some big hits. I think like two of the biggest hits were like a couple signed pops. I want to say a Tom Holland signed Spider-Man, and maybe an Elizabeth Olsen, Wanda Maximoff, or Scarlet Witch. So, but I bought 3, so we'll see what we get. First one we have is Boastful Loki. Funko 2022 Wondrous Convention Limited Edition. This is the shared sticker. I don't have my phone, so I can't say what this value is. I think I have this one. Let me check real quick. I got my Eric Draven. Yeah, my Eric Draven soda was blocking the picture over there, so I couldn't see it. But yeah, I already have this one, so obviously I won't need to keep it. Number 2. Oh, I think this actually, I might be wrong. Again, I don't have my phone to check, but I was thinking this might actually have some decent value to it. This is the Spider-Man from the Japanese TV series, the PX Previews exclusive. I'm thinking this might have some decent value. I don't think I have this one already. I don't think I do. Let's see. I got a few Spider-Man. But yeah, I'm almost positive I don't have this one. So I'll probably be keeping that one. But it also depends on what its current trending value is. Because let's be honest, head into winter, I could definitely use the money more than I could use this Funko Pop, if it's got a good, decent enough value to where I can, make a decent amount off of it. Let's see. And the last one is Iron Man, the I Am Iron Man Glow in the Dark PX Previews exclusive from Avengers Endgame. This is right where he's stolen. Spoiler if you haven't seen it, but honestly, if you have not seen Endgame yet, I mean, even if you're not a fan of Marvel, if you haven't seen Endgame yet, there's something wrong with you. Go watch it, and then come back and finish this video. But okay, so there, spoilers out. I'm sure anybody watching this video has seen Avengers Endgame, so I'm not spoiling anything. But this is where he was, right after he was kind of fighting with Thanos, and Thanos thought he got the upper hand. He was going to snap his fingers again, and then he looks, and all the stones are off the gauntlet. That's because Mastermind Tony here, Mr. Stark, had engineered his own gauntlet and basically pulled the stones into his gauntlet. And this is where he's saying, "I am Iron Man," and he snaps his fingers, and then all the bad guys dust away. So I think I've had this one before. I might actually have this one over there somewhere. I should probably really organize those so like all of the Iron Men are in the same spot, Spider-Man are in the same spot. Yeah, maybe someday. I'll have to look. I was almost thinking I maybe bought this one by itself. Oh yeah, I can see it right here. It's right there on the end. So yeah, obviously either I got it in I got it in a previous. I'll have to double check and make sure it is the exact same one as far as stickers and stuff. But if it is, then obviously I won't need to keep this one. So the other one I'll most likely be keeping, again, providing that I don't have this one over there somewhere that I just can't see at the moment. I'll be keeping that one. The other two I won't need to keep. So, yeah, here you go. So that was the 3 Marvel something mystery boxes from Chalice Collectibles. I don't think there's no invoice in here. Nope. So you'll find a link down below to Chalice Collectibles. They drop quite a few mystery boxes. Actually, I think I just saw an email earlier that they're doing a Star Wars one. So I'll probably buy a few of those too. And here soon, I don't know whether I'll get to it this next weekend, but by the end of the year, I'm planning on doing a whatnot auction. I'm going to pull like 30, maybe 40. I've got like 100 plus Funko Pops in inventory. Actually, I probably got like 100. I probably got about 100 of them in here between Funko Pops and sodas, and I probably got another 75 or so over in my warehouse, if you will. So I'm gonna pull, maybe I'll probably pull like maybe just a handful of like commons, and then a handful of and then maybe if we divide it in fourths, okay, 25%, however you want to put it. We'll do 25% just like base commons. We'll do 25% more higher, not like real. I don't have any that are like real high end, like $200 plus. But we'll get some that have some decent value to them. Say like 25%. So like 10 regular commons, 10 what would be higher end or like mid grails type stuff, and then the other 20 will be like store exclusives and so forth, chases, stuff like that. Maybe throw in a few sodas and do a live auction and whatnot. So all my information is down below for my business on Facebook, my Mercari, Poshmark, whatnot. Follow me on all that. If you're interested in maybe getting your hands on some good Funko Pops, and they will all be, if they are already in a pop protector, that's what they will be. They will come in. I will keep them in those pop protectors. Ones that aren't in pop protectors will be put into $7 a pop shield pop protectors when they sell and they ship. So, all right, that's it. I think I'm done. Again, check out everything down below. Make sure you check out Chalice Collectibles. I don't know what the next video will be. I don't have an idea. I know I've got some stuff coming, but I don't remember what. So, yeah. So, as always, everybody, hey, look out for yourself and those around you so we all have a much better chance at staying safe and healthy. And until the next time, see ya.